There we go. Finally. Okay. How's it going, everybody? It's 8:30 on the 5th of September. That would be a Friday. Starting a little bit late. Real battle to get here tonight, guys. That's all I'll say. So we have a slightly delayed start at 8:30. Don't forget, if you're watching live or if you're watching later, you can hit the Discord join link in the description, and you'll find various other links like the website, the Spotify, which is all the music you'll be hearing, and so on. So yeah, we're here. This is Scuffed Epoch. I'm Drift Johnson. You're watching Latent Space Live, episode 239. Hello Zeus194. Hello Apollonia. Nice lyrics. Are they from a song or did you generate them? They look good. Furnicar's Battlecruiser operational, liked and subscribed. Full Dive, how are you doing? I'm doing great. So yeah, basically we're taking a little look at my DJZ Vibe voice. Also the Careless Canvas online. I don't know why I left that title up there. I could have sworn I changed it. Oh well, it'll be fine. So ultimately continuing to work on the projects that we've been working on for the last couple of days. We're nearly done. And I've thrown in a new project to look at, like I said, the Vibe voice from yesterday. It actually works really well, and it's really fast now. We've got the CUDA working, so obviously let's just have a look at what we're doing there. And we might even be able to make it even faster. So there's a couple of things we're going to look at tonight. So thank you all for joining. I hope I can be heard. And I hope that we're, going out live to the internet one more time. So let's have a look. So let's just back up a little bit for people that weren't here yesterday. So DJZ Vibe Voice is basically a... Oh my god, I'm completely whited out here. That's better. So DJZ Vibe Voice is continuous speech model. Okay, so we've got our thing over here on the side. There we go. So Vibe Voice, Frontier Open Source, text-to-speech model, novel framework, expressive, long-form, multi-speaker. Now, the multi-speaker side of things is a little bit ropey. I have implemented it and I've got a bunch of test voices, but things were getting a bit sketchy, so I've mostly been testing the single speaker mode. If we take a look, what I've done is I've made it so that you pick the voice and pick the speaker. Pick the voice, pick the speaker. That's pretty much how I've set this up. Pick the voice, pick the speaker. What the... See, I think the example's wrong again. So this is still in development. It says use 1, 2, 3. I think the example's no good. So if I say 1, 2, 3, and I say hello, I am voice 1, and then hello, I am voice 2. Hello, I am voice 3. We'll try that and see what happens. Can we show the thing so that we can like show the speed? Here, is that it? The back end? There's the back end. Right. Okay. Oh, good crap, I picked one. Oh well, luckily it's fast now. Or it was. Seems slower suddenly. Mind you, there were 3 voices. I totally screwed this up. Oh well, it'll be fine. So... CUDA, yeah, CUDA, okay. It is faster, but it seems so... I don't know. We'll see what happens, won't we? So I got a low voice, my voice, and a female voice. That's what we're testing. Something tells me this is cooked. This shouldn't be... Oh well. We'll let it run, I guess. It's kind of like one of those, isn't it? Right, well, while it's doing that, I'm not wasting time here, so I got other things I need to crack on with. So let's just... Oh, look at that. Brilliant. It immediately worked. So I forgot to actually pick 3 speakers group. So I'm going to go again. So, MP3 tag. See, as soon as I try to do something, I should do this more. See, I'll charm it. What's going on with the stream today? Stream's like YouTube's being weird for me in my end today, guys. But we'll plow on. So hello, I am voice 1, voice 2, voice 3. Okay, so let's go in the gallery and see what we actually got. Refresh. Hello. I'm in voice 2. Hello. I am voice 2. Hello, I'm voice 2. Hello, I'm voice 2. What the heck's going on? It completely spazzed out. Silence. Is it going to say I'm voice 2? Hello. I think my prompt was bad. Let's try the next one. Hello, I'm voice 1. Okay, so the second prompt did better. I think I forgot to put commas in. Let's put an exclamation mark at the end, like the example. Go again. So I don't know what I did the first time. I think I must have messed something up because I selected one conversation, and so it ended up making 45 seconds of junk. But that's kind of interesting, though, creatively. You could make a bunch of like sample hooks and stuff for a song. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if you can even hear the audio, by the way. You'll have to let me know. But yeah, it is. I don't know. It seems to be. I don't know. Look, I don't know. It says 2 to 3 minutes on CPU, right? And it's not going to take that long. But it seems slow. It was really fast. I feel like maybe multi-speaker isn't being GPU accelerated. It feels like we're back on CPU. So what did we get?
Hello, I am voice 2. Hello, I am voice 2. Hello, I am voice 2.
Oh no.
Hello. I am voice 2.
Why does he keep getting stuck on hello, I'm voice 2?
I am voice 2.
It's really nice. I love how broken this is. If we go back to 2 speakers and just unassign brag, get rid of that one, and then get rid of the voice 3. Maybe it's because I've got the number 2. I am voice 2, and then this one, I am voice 1. Let's try that. Ooh, not assigned. There we go. No. There we go. Oh, whoops. There we go. Okay, voice 1, voice 2. See, it says do it like this. But that's my example. So I don't know. So anyway, yeah. Vibe voice. Trying to get it working. Oh, there you go. Look how quick it was. So that actually was GPU accelerated. Let's see if it is actually... Hello, I'm voice 1.
Hello. I am voice 2.
Oh no, what the hell happened to voice 2? Voice 2 is supposed to be Sandy, which is a female voice. What happened?
Hello, I'm voice 1.
That's me.
Hello. I am voice 2.
It seems like he's taking the mick out of me. Oh dear. Alright, so let's just go back to single speaker, because I just want to see this actually, you know, properly working and all. So I've selected my, this is me. So let's just say Lorem Ipsum Delorum. Oh shit, I have 2 speakers selected. That means it's going to do something weird, make like 40... Oh no, it's okay. I got away with it. Oh, I'm going to put it back to 1. Alright, so it is actually very fast, like 3 seconds. So we're going to give it like a decent amount to chew on. What do we get?
Lorem ipsum delorum.
That's actually really good. So like in single speaker mode, it's actually really good. But the multi-speaker stuff is super not good. So how about we just take the transcript from one of my videos and just start there. So let's just go find an actual one with me talking in it. Frame young pack. Stop. Stop. Right. How about we take that one? And this will be... Oh wait, I don't want to do that actually. Idiot. We need to actually get the the transcript. So oh my god, so many links. Who is this guy? There we go. Right, down to the bottom, scroll it to the top, and we've got it. Transcription. Alright. YT transcript. And what is it going to be? I shouldn't have put it on dark mode. Can't bother reading the thing. Ideas, questions, information, reference, sources. There we go. Okay. I wish I had my transcription tools agent available. Oh well, I'll learn. So I've got the transcript. I can't just put that in. I got to clean it up. So, pretty sure I've got a transcription tool thing. What? Stop trying to... Oi. Oi. Alright. I know I said yes, but I just... There you go. MC Corny. He'd probably start telling me about corny rap lyrics. You've been using me to make rap lyrics. But yeah, so... I just want to use my transcription tool. So... How about GitHub? And LLM base prompts. Transcription tools. Isn't there like a all-in-one? Right? Didn't I make an all-in-one? Right. You need all that stuff, do you? Hang on. Neutral formatting. Summary function. Right, so I only need that one and that one. Okay, copy that. Transcription tool. Natural formatting. Okay, getting somewhere. I do like this. Just being able... Do you know what I need to do? I need to put a copy button as well. So like when you want to copy... that, you know, say I just want to copy what's inside one of the page nodes, I think that'd be super helpful to have like a button. Maybe the bottom left corner could be copy the contents of what's inside the node, just that. I think that'd be kind of useful, because this is going to turn into a palette of system prompts, and I think it might be useful to have, because I wanted to have like labels and things, but when you save it, it's going to get put into the file, so I don't want to like muddy up the data. This is one of the reasons I've tried to keep it simple. But anyway, we'll keep going. So I need to make this bigger. So if I copy that and say, oh wow. Okay. Good. And I get the YouTube. I mean, you can always just click into it and copy it, but it just, you know, would be easier to just have a button. Let's see if you can figure it out. So obviously Careless Canvas Online, the link is in the inside line. This is the online version of my Careless Canvas. Works in NML format, which is basically like XML with spatial, so you know where the nodes go. You can obviously, we can use connections to connect things together, like a flowchart or a mind map. It saves in a single file. And hey, there we go. We've got it. Right, so how about we just take that bit and see how long it takes to generate that. 68 words. Let's go. And then we'll go for 3 paragraphs. It's taken how long so far? 15 seconds. Can you guys see the timer there? No, not really. I'll resize things in a minute. It's like by my foot. 27. We're at 30 seconds for that paragraph now. Because the thing is, they claim 90 minutes. But they're probably using like 8 parallel H100s to get it quick. So that wasn't too bad. That was actually pretty quick. So let's hear what it sounds like, shall we?
Welcome back, everybody. Today what we're going to be doing is checking out this new Hanjan video frame pack thing, which apparently is going to make us really long videos. I would say 30 seconds on a 6 GB is the claim. I've managed to get 10 seconds so far. So if you're interested in checking out the workflow, the link's in the description somewhere down there maybe.
Do you know what? So I'm gonna take it from there just to keep things fresh. We're just gonna go for the whole thing because that didn't take that long. I'm surprised it was fast. Let's change this so you can actually see things a bit better. Okay. Get the vibe voice out of there. Oi! Trying to mess me a boot. Moot. So we're going to give it almost an entire YouTube video's worth of script and see how it goes. One speaker. I mean, even if it... Look, a lot of things would just blow up when you give them a task like this. So the fact that it can do it, it doesn't sound... I think sometimes it's exactly like me. But other times it's not at all like me. But it's like I think it's like me more than it isn't like me. You know. Like often wait, is it finished? No. No. There's no way. Something went wrong. Hang on, let me find out. There's no way it did it. Is it because it got stuck? Look, warning, could not pass line. Why? Why could it not pass line? Could not pass line. So it didn't bother to do a lot of it. Okay, maybe there's an issue with the formatting of the prompt. So new line maybe is breaking it. So let's just delete the new lines. I might have to put it all on one line. Because there's no way that's right. Let me listen.
So let's take a look at the workflow. So let's take a quick look at frame pack. So this is a pretty awesome little repo here. It's doing a lot of this latent sequencing, which is a really awesome trick. Claims to be able to do 30 seconds in 6 GB.
Shit, that does sound a lot like me. Like, it's really quite high-pitched and nasal, but then sometimes I can be. So maybe on this particular day I was a bit like up here. Maybe I was a little bit up in my nose that day. It does happen. Alright, well, let's see if the edit... I think it's the prompt because there's parsing going on. So let's see if we get the same errors here. Ah, damn, it still can't do it. Could not pass line. I wonder why it couldn't pass it. It goes from great commentary. Hang on. Right. I feel like maybe single speaker mode has to be all on one line. I'm just finding out. So yeah, it says it's generated the speech.
So let's take a look at the workflow. So we'll take a quick look at frame pack. So this is a pretty awesome little repo here. It's doing a lot of this latent sequencing, which is a really awesome trick. Claims to be able to do 30 seconds in 6 GB.
That's scary. Like, it's getting some of my mannerisms quite down. Yeah, it's even doing my like skittery doodly dee dee every now and then. Yeah. It's even throwing a little bit of my inflection in there. It's kind of impressive. But hang on. We need to work out why it's only doing... So where does it stop? It stops at... So, that's like everything in here is yeah, literally. So the second paragraph. All right, let's try putting it all on one line. It might be as simple as you just put it all on one line. I have T-Cache checked. It didn't know it's T-Cache. Oh man, do you know what? This is actually impossible. I got a better idea. How about I take it from... Take it from the transcripts. So it'll be transcript clean. I'll hook them up later. So basically, I need it again. It just turns into a massive copy paste thing. Careless canvas. Okay. So if I put it in there again, but this time if I can see, because I was like, where are the bloody ends? You know what I mean? I couldn't see them. So I needed to get those breaks back. Look, but so that I can, oh yeah, T-Cache. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's all on one. It's Hun Yuan. Let's see if. Oh wow, I could never say that right. I wonder if my AI voice can actually say Hun Yuan correctly. You know, Hun Yuan. Hun Yuan. Here it goes. Okay, let's watch the clock. 12, 13. It's like an entire page of text. It hasn't kicked out them all. Yeah, I'm right. I think I'm right. Yeah. Just put it all as one line. Oh boy, this is going to be a big boy. So I've just given it the full transcript of the Hun Yuan frame pack video tutorial that I did a couple months back on the main channel. And like I say, that's an entire video's worth of commentary. So how long does it take? We're using CUDA acceleration. You're going to need at least 8 gigabytes of VRAM. The way this app is set up, it's a mono repo and it auto downloads the Hugging Face models. So even though Microsoft have taken away their repo, it's built on what they released before that. So assuming that they don't bring out a new one tomorrow with all different code, this should work as is. Obviously, you know, if they decide to completely change and re-release and all of this, that could break this thing. But for now, it's fully offline. So provided you can get the models from Hugging Face, they do go into Hugging Face cache. Provided you can do that, it's looking pretty good. Still under 2 minutes. Like I said, I'm interested to see how long does long form take. And also, if I was to get that video and play it, there's no way that it would take that long to play back, because obviously there's silence, which will break up the whole thing. Giving me ideas, man. Two minutes 30. probably get something up on the screen so you can tell what we're doing easily. We'll get the app up. DJ Z Vibe Voice. 2 minutes and 42. Man, if this works, we'll have to push this new version. No coffee time today. We're powering through. No coffee time, but get yourself a drink though. Go get yourself a drink. Let's see. Oh, see, it reckons it's going to take about 5 minutes, but it doesn't normally use the entire timer app, so I don't really know. Like, it doesn't always do all the steps. Oh, there it is. It did 1,000 steps. You'll have to rewind the stream to get the total, but it was less than 4 minutes. Probably like 3 minutes. So let's have a look and see what we got. We got 2 minutes. I'll shut up.
Welcome back everybody. Today what we're going to be doing is checking out this new premium video frame pack thing, which apparently is going to make us really long videos. I would say 30 seconds on a 6GB is the claim I've managed to get. 10 seconds so far. So if you're interested in checking out the workflow, the link's in the description somewhere down there. So let's take a look at the workflow. So let's take a quick look at frame pack. So this is a pretty awesome little repo here. It's doing a lot of this latent sequencing, which is a really awesome trick. Claims to be able to do 30 seconds in 6GB. So let's see if I can pull up my workflow here. Yeah. So this uses the Anon video clip, VAE and Vision. So if you've already got them, you can use them. And then also we're going to be using the FP8 frame pack i2V in WAN. I'm hoping that they make a WAN version, but you know, so here is the workflow, which you can find on the article. I'm going to link in the description and on my GitHub, so you can find all the different ones. But yeah, it's a image to image, or sorry, image to video. So we put our image in here. I'm not using the torch, okay? Just to prove that you don't need to. I'm also using SDPA to prove that you don't need Flash or Sage, but you can improve, you can add that. I did have Tcache checked, but I never installed it separately. Works fine. And I've gone for 10 seconds with no problems. When I went over 15, I did have some problems with the prompt. So you've got to make sure that you've got a good prompt, otherwise you won't get any movement. But works exactly as advertised on tin. So like I say, you can pick your number of seconds here. That's pretty much all you need to change. Obviously you need to put your image in and you need to put your prompt in. If you want to mess around with the size, you just need to change the nearest bucket value right here. And that's pretty much it so far. So obviously I'm going to release some additional workflows like a companion with some upscaling and interpolation. But aside from that, it's pretty much slap the image in, slap your prompt in, choose how many seconds, and there it is. So there it is. That's just about it, guys. I'll add more workflows to the pack, so check out on the GitHub and look out for a Sing AI release coming out soon. Everything I got for you.
Well, apart from some pronunciation stuff, you know, some words it wasn't able to pronounce, apart from that, holy crap, that was actually really quite close to what I sound like. I mean, obviously it doesn't sound like that to me, but when I play myself back, that's what, you know, if I compare recording of me to AI generate, it sounds the same, so I'm assuming that's what everyone hears. But I don't know. I mean, I think you can occasionally hear some fakeness in the sound a little bit, but that's a stretch. Because to be honest, this data set was used to train an RVC voice a long time ago, and it's only a couple of minutes long, I think. It would be easy to just go and grab some audio, do you know what I mean, and properly do, you know, give it a, I don't know, there might be like an optimal size for the sample to get the best clone. But I will say, that was fast. 3 minutes for 2 minutes. That's like almost real time, in fact. Okay. Right, so vibe voice. So currently the way it works is the alpha version is the first version. That version just had the simple CPU text to speech with voice cloning. Okay, run on CPU. Like I said, it's Torch CPU. I think it needs about 8 gigabytes of RAM for that. Now, Alpha 2, I included the multi-speaker stuff, so, you know, trying to have a way to select the 4 different voices and all the rest of it. But these two are pretty much like, you know, you could build from them, I guess. The current version has a bunch of different stuff, so we've added in the CUDA support and the CUDA installation, but it's still very much development. I tried to make an EXE, totally failed, because the CUDA stack, it just wasn't working, and it couldn't run it basically. So what I've done is I went back to basics, and I just got it all working in the current, like I said, as is now. I wonder if he can say stuff like this. It's a bit generic. Say like what this is. Let's say I put that in there. Put that in there. And then we introduce... Yeah, do you know what? We could just do all that. Make sure it's all on one line. One line. It has to be on one line. That's the only thing with the single speaker, because I think it must use lines to determine, you know, oh, next person talking now. Do you know what I mean? I'm very complete. I had to get the code imagined, so I had to imagine the code, so I don't know if it's good. So I just gave it a bunch of stuff to say about what we're actually doing. Let's see how long that takes. Shouldn't take anywhere near as long, because the thing is that what I want to do is I want to get this to a point where I can release it as a version 1, and then I've got more stuff to do to make it faster. Well, that's the plan. And I think what I might do is just, I don't know, because this is the thing, it can make random voices anyway in single mode, you know, so it's almost like you can have your character talk to random people in the street. You can do stuff like that, easy. Street interviews with a consistent interviewer. You can do that. And so you don't really need all of this multi-person stuff. And it does get really weird. It gets really weird. Like if you give it a funny prompt or something like that, you get 45 seconds of nonsense. It's kind of, it'd be nice if it was predictable, because you could use it for something, like samples or something creative. I feel like there's actually a lot in this which isn't. I don't know if I've got enough time to sit in this ditch and really swim around and see what's going on with this one, because there's so much to it. Whoops. But it gets to a point, you know, where you have to move on. There's other things to look at.
A standalone AI-powered voice synthesis application built with React and AI. Generate natural sounding speech from text using Microsoft's Vibe Voice model with custom voice profiles. DJZ Vibe Voice is a standalone mono-repo evolution of voice synthesis technology, building upon the excellent work of the original project's core AI model. Based on Vibe Voice, Microsoft's state-of-the-art voice synthesis model, DJZ Vibe digital implementation, Voice Studio Python radio-based UI. We've completely rebuilt the application as a modern web-based mono-repo with React front-end with professional UI/UX design, Fast API back-end with optimized performance, audio gallery for managing generated speech files, modular architecture for future development. This project is currently aimed at developers but will include end-user friendly options in future releases.
Damn. That's like a dead ringer. I mean, it's very professional Johnson, yeah? That was very professional Johnson, but I will say that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I'm not going to lie. That we just got a minute out of it in like, I think it took about a minute. It's almost real time. So I wonder if we can do better. Yeah, this is super sick. It sounds just like me. Should we make Sandy say it instead and see if she can say it too? Yeah, we'll go with the natural setting. That takes it down a little bit. Let's see what we get from Sandy. So, you know, try it with a different voice. Not my voice. Woman's voice. Should be. So this will be a bit of a, do you know what I mean? Bit of a test. So I predict it's going to be done in under a minute. Let's see if I'm right. It's operating at about the right speed as they claim. I reckon we can do better, guys. We can use deep fried technology. But I need to like back it up by... See, the release is the backup. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. There's not many of us here tonight for some reason. Is there like something going on tonight? Did I not know about the alien invasion? Did we like not get told? What's going on? Something's going on tonight. Maybe it's because I started late. Everyone was like, screw this, I'm going out for beers. I wouldn't blame you. One minute 09. I was wrong. It took more than a minute. That's alright. Because like I said, if it takes... Dragon said, I had to empty the dog. He would not come home. So it took about 1 minute 20. 1 minute 20. I am here, so Gordon is late, says Dragon. It's all good. I was late tonight as well. Let me see now. So what have we got? Play it back.
A standalone AI-powered voice synthesis application built with React to Fast API. Generate natural sounding speech from text using Microsoft's Vibe Voice model with custom voice profiles. DJZ Vibe Voice is a standalone monolingual evolution of voice synthesis technology, building upon the excellent work of the original project's core AI model based on Vibe Voice and Microsoft's state-of-the-art voice synthesis model.
Tiger implementation.
Completely rebuilt the application as a modern web-based monolingual with React front-end with professional UI design, fast API backend with optimized performance, audio gallery for managing generated speech files, modular architecture.
Yeah. It's a bit dry. We need something fresh. I know exactly what we need. I'm going to put this one through the real test. Where is it? It's in here somewhere. No, yes. Orden Rosa. Story, in paint, echo, draft, act 1. Lots of sci-fi stuff, lines. Do you bite your thumb at me, sir? Hang on, I need to find... One of them is going to have a little... Here he is. Let's get the prince's speech from Act 1 of Romeo and Juliet. That should be a good test. And I'll make, for fun, Bragg can say it, which is a joke voice. But then I'll do it with mine as well. So let's put it on balanced 1.3. You can also do dramatic 1.7, and conversation is basically the same. So monologue, dramatic. Let's do dramatic. It is a Shakespeare solo, after all. Let's try it out. It can only be bad, because this is trained on voice morph, by the way. So the voice that we're trained on is morphed. So it's probably... Well, actually, wait. I think it was just pitch shifted. I don't think it was morphed. I think it was pitch shifted. We'll see. We will see what happens. Because the thing is, just like training image models, sometimes it's possible to spoof the training of these models. The problem with one shot is they are good at tending towards realism. So often spoofing just breaks the cloning process. So, is it going to take 1 minute 20 again? Probably. Oh, it was finished early. Okay, so we're going to say the prince's speech from Act 1 of Romeo and Juliet.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this neighbor-stained steel, will they not hear? What ho! You men, you beasts, that quench the fire of your pernicious rage, with purple fountains issuing from your veins.
Oh my god, it's really good.
On pain of torture from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince.
God damn, that was insane. Look, there was a load of junk in the background, but that's because I was using some kind of glitched out sample. I'm going to drop that one into the inside line. And if you want to listen to that one in full, it's right there on the Discord. So how about we change... Wait, he's still talking. Oh, he's still talking. His speech is much longer than that. Right, I'm going to use my voice for the full speech for fun. Here we go. So we'll put the full speech in. Make sure it's on one line. There we go. 1.7 for the thing. Pick my voice. By the way, you just go upload a file and you can give it a name if you want. Or I haven't tried the built-in record because I use a data set. I think mono is a good idea with these because I haven't had a chance to test if they... Up until now, it's always been mono WAV format. But it might be that these understand stereo, don't know, haven't tried. Still using, you know what I mean? I just use what I have out the gate because I already have it. So this is probably going to take about a minute and a half, something like that. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, what was that? Copy button. A copy button for the canvas. Copy button. Yeah. Copy button. And then the next thing is we need to start preparing Careless Whisper for Olama. And then potentially other local providers. I know people were asking about LM Studio. So, I don't even know what that looks like. I've never done that before. But I know we can get Olama going. Do they have a way around that old problem with the virtualization of the CPU? Does LM Studio get around that? Does anybody know? Because I know that's why a lot of people were unable to run Olama. Right, we've got the speech, guys. Now, I hope that the audio is coming through okay, because I'm not playing it back on the computer, which we're streaming from, so... Here we go.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace, profaners of this neighbour-stained steel, will they not hear? What ho, you men, you beasts, that quench the fire of your pernicious rage, with purple fountains issuing from your veins? On pain of torture, from those bloody hands, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground, and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word, by thee, old Capuletto and Montesco, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets, and made Verona's ancient citizens, cast by their gravely seeming ornaments, to wield old partisans in hands as old, cankered with peace, to part your cankered hate. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace.
That's not bad, you know. For a one-shot that took less than 2 minutes. It was nasal as hell, but I blame the dataset and me. I can be kind of nasal. It is what it is. Alright. Like I say, that aside though, let's move this out. He did it. I'm actually gonna chuck that in the inside line as well. So if you want to listen to that in full quality on the computer, if you want to check the quality of that yourself, it's in the inside line, Scuffed Epoch, links in the description. But yeah, all I've done is I've taken a couple of minutes of me talking naturally and used that as the sample input along with the prompt, which is, this is one of my books. It contains the real Shakespeare for all of the actual script lines. So the characters say the real Shakespeare, but it's then been embedded within a science fiction story, around that. I did it all on here live. So, but yeah, like I say, if you were to, whatever it is you want to do, I think it's going to work, guys. This is pretty crazy. Like that, it actually sounds like me doing a read. I mean, it got profaners wrong. It said profaners when it should be profaners. But apart from that, I don't think it made any other mistakes. Do you know what I mean? Apart from saying profaners, not profaners. Did anybody else spot anything? I think that's... So yeah. Alright, so we can move on. This works. It's good. I'm going to focus not on the multi-speaker, but the single speaker functionality, because it seems like multi-speaker is a bit dodgy, and maybe that's why they took it down, because it was broken. But the main feature works great though. So, alright. Right, so from here I wanted to speed it up, but we need to like do a checklist and yeah. So let me show you how I do this. I want to make it super simple for others to follow these sorts of steps. So we've completed that now actually, so let's just close all of these down for a second. Yeah, let's shut everything down. It has a front end and a back end, and they should both be closed now. Alright. The interesting thing about this app is it has a front end and a back end. So the back end runs the model and the front end runs React. But when you run npm dev or npm run, it actually runs both of them. So it handles all of that, start the server, start the client, does it all for you. Oh, can we see the VRAM? Sorry, mate. The thing is, Fernie, what's happening is if you've got CUDA, it will use up all the memory. I looked at the minimum spec, it was 8 GB with CUDA. Without CUDA, you just need 8 GB of system RAM, as far as I know. And also, it wasn't actually that slow. I mean, obviously it is, but when I was just making short bits and pieces, testing, it was all right. But yeah, I'm glad to show you in a minute. We'll run it again. But I want to go through what happens next, because, like, great, you've got your app, it runs, you've put it, you've accelerated it with CUDA. Now what, right? So what I like to do, that was $11 to get CUDA running, isn't it? It's too much. But one day we'll be able to do it all with a local model. That's the dream. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say we can create a file named do not upload .md which will list all the files in the project as a file structure with red X emojis to mark files which should not be uploaded to the GitHub release, no, to the GitHub page, to the GitHub repo. We must ensure that all files that are required for a third party to download this project and successfully reproduce the current state of the app using the build instructions, using the instructions here. Alright, so I don't want to miss anything, because I've had it happen before where you upload all the source files and there's one file missing, and then you develop the software and that file gets removed or changed to the point where it's now irrelevant. Basically that build is now trash. It's kind of annoying when that happens. There's nothing you can really do about it. You could try updating the branch, you know, like a hotfix, but sometimes I just junk the branch and start again. It's rare, but it does happen. Like I said, I think branches are kind of nice for that, so you can just like mess around and then merge it back to main. It's probably much more a sensible thing to do, but I'm kind of lazy. I tend to just live develop everything at the moment. I just don't have time to be, because I sit there and go, oh, I'm going to do this, and that slows everything down. It's all about speed. So. But yeah, like I said, we researched this at the end of the show yesterday, and it's working. Do you know what I mean? It's working now. So I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm happy with that. Let's see, cross-reference all the stuff. You go for it, mate. So while it's cooking this, we got other things to do. So let me just see if I can grab from the AI signals feed. Something popped up. A couple of things popped up. Embedding Gemma, 300 million. Efficient embeddings. 2K context window with 308 million parameters. Mobile RAG agents. Crazy. Tiny agents, tiny agents. And every now and then you get a little nugget. And this is an example. So when I shared this piece of news, it didn't embed. Maybe it did on your end. But this one is Olmo ASR. How does it compare to OpenAI's Whisper in speech recognition? We've been doing a lot of stuff with Whisper lately, right? So, like Careless Whisper uses Whisper. Well, what if it was called Careless Olmo ASR? It doesn't really have the same ring to it, does it? But the point is that this might be, they saying here, rival closed source systems such as OpenAI's Whisper. And beyond releasing model weights, they've released training and data identifiers, filtering steps, training recipes, and benchmark scripts. Wait, let me just think about that. Well, it's open source, so yeah, they would do. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's give them a pat on the back for being open source. Oi! No photo bombing. So it says here they've got various different versions. We have an encoder, we have a decoder. 1.5B. 3 million hours of audio. How does it compare with the Beast? Apparently it does way better. Cool. Well, of course, the puff piece is always like, you know, there wouldn't be, this article wouldn't exist. Word error rate of 12%, 11%. Okay. Nearly matches Whisper medium. Okay, so it would be an improvement over Tiny. But what about Tiny? Tiny and Bass perform competitively, so. But then how big is medium and how big is Tiny, you know? Open source implementation of Whisper. Okay. So it's Whisper without being Whisper. See, the thing is, Whisper.net is like super well developed for a .net app, so it's like kind of nice. I doubt there's an Olmo ASR.net yet. You know, that's the only issue. Your ecosystem. But it might be super cool. So it segments all full length audio into 30, so it's chunking things. Auto chunker. Auto chunking. Perform concurrently, so it looks like that. Once you process the data, you can train with it. I don't know if this is going to be the move. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it for some reason. I don't know. Let me have a look at the model. I might change my mind. Oh, Alan AI. Sick. That's the Alan Institute over in Australia. Cool guys. Cool guys. So let me see. Models. Let me see it. How big is it? Tiny is 449 megabytes. Even the medium model is in the laptop league. I am tempted. But here's the thing. Whisper is a 75 megabyte with, like, so you get my software, you know, you get my whole thing and the model all in one, you know, ready to go for I think 150 megs. So we managed to get it down under 100. So 449 is actually a lot bigger. What else do you need to run it? Does it run with just a PT file or? Audio text to text. Wait, audio text to text. So you need to have text with it? What? That's a bit weird. Are they all called audio text to text? Ooh, look at this. Quen 2 audio. Ooh. Quen 2 audio. That's really old. Where's the Quen 3 audio? Where's the Quen 2.5 audio? What's going on? And instruct would be... That's strange. I know I'm going off piste here, but we gotta know what's going on. Voice chat. Users freely engage in voice interaction with Quen 2 audio without text chat. Audio analysis. Users could provide audio and text instructions for analysis during the interaction. Oh yeah, I remember when this came out. NVIDIA Audio Flamingo is actually running on Quen. Okay. Trending. So 8 days ago. Recently created. What's that? 13 days ago. Shucker 1, in case they remove it. I hate to think. Big Vox, MoveFun A Step, 15 minutes ago. MoveFun Instruct, MoveFun APC. What's all this? So much stuff just gets past us. Big Vox X1 4. Oh, I never know. I'm getting wrecked by the technology. Like, people keep saying that, like, it's leveling out, it's hitting a wall. It's not. Even I can't keep up with it. I'm genuinely full-time researching. I can't keep up with it. No one can keep up with it. Even you have to get like a smaller and smaller and smaller field of view to be able to keep up with things. Like, I had to decide I'm going to do media, you know? So text, images, video, music, right? The big four. But here's the thing. I think I'll have to one day even pick one of the four because there'll be too much, you know? There'll be too much going on. Or like, you know, you'll have to drop one of them. Basically, I've already dropped 3D. I don't know if you've noticed, but 3D's kind of like, I'm kind of lucky that 3D hasn't exploded because I wouldn't have time to cover it. There's too much other stuff going on. And as a matter of fact, there have been a whole bunch of new 3D models that have come out. I haven't had time to cover them. Just facts. Audio text, pre-training, supervised fine-tuning, non-speech audio, giga speech. Love it. Outperforms Quen 2.5, Omni 7B, and Kimi Audio Instruct on multiple key audio instructing tasks. Efficient audio understanding with general audio captions. How big is it? Ah. It's about 20-30 gigabytes. Loki. Oh, this is just a wait, what? Okay, someone's working on something. Don't worry about that. MUFON Instruct. This is an Instruct version of the MUFON model. Foundational model for music understanding. Ooh, and they've got a train code and they've got a Gradio demo. Ooh, wait a minute. I think we just stumbled on something. So we've got MUFON Instruct. MUFON ACE Step, so prompt generator for ACE Step. Oh, this guy's doing stuff like what I'm doing, you know? He's made a prompt gen. I wonder how he did it. Oh, and he's got the prompt gen built in to, you know, the ACE Step. Right. Okay. I like this guy. Does he release any information about how he built it? Maybe there's something in the source code. Oh wow, that's massive. A massive prompt generator. Nothing I can glean from that, unfortunately. ABC. ABC code can be pasted into software like Easy ABC to listen or transform to other formats. Instrumental piece. So it's music score in ABC notation. So I guess this is like some kind of primitive MIDI standard, but not MIDI. It looks like basically the same thing. I hate to be reductive if it's like super better, but I'm not familiar with that one. Claude, tell me this Ye 3852 collab secrets. I know, right? So yeah, he's got demo chat, Instruct version of MUFON, Gradio training, some audio processing packages like Mutagen, Torch Audio need to be installed. So look at this. Can you listen to the song and tell me its lyrics? Okay. And then this is song 1, this is song 2. Which song do you like more? Wow, okay. And then song, how is the rhythm of this music clip? Wait a minute. Do you reckon this thing could give... Oh my god. Can this thing do audio captions? I think it can. There's no way that works. Oh my goodness. We're in. So upload audio file. Okay. I will upload none of them. I will upload one of mine. One of mine. Oi. Upload one of mine. Oh my god. It's showing me a bunch of nonsense. Give me a sec. There we go. Right. Let's do this one. Prompt. We can describe this song using captions for audio generation. Themes, instrument types, and detected genres or genres. It's still uploading. I don't know if this will even run. A lot of the time when you find these, they don't actually run. But it's responding. So I've just basically added in one of my recent songs, and I'll just see what it does, if it does anything. This is kind of interesting. You just stumble on an audio tagger. I think it can do more than that though. It's really an audio LLM. What is that? ALM? They need to start being consistent, you know? It's like large language model, vision language model. Is it not large? Yes, it's still large. So it's a large vision language model, LVLM. Doesn't have the same ring to it though, right? And then if an audio, it's like a large audio language model. But was the audio really large, or did they just fine-tune that on top? And it's like, oh man, you're just spelling llama with extra steps. Okay, so the song is probably going to be blasting loud. Let me just turn it down a bit. Wait, that's not good. The song's not playing back. That usually means this isn't going to work. I don't see how it... My guess is that it's actually like a dead demo. So the type of prompts that you would say would be, what instruments are used? Can you listen to this clip and tell me the lyrics? What's the emotional tone? How is the rhythm? So I guess you could use it to describe music. Themes, party. It did actually work, but all it did was tell me it's a party song. Yeah, I guess it does sound like a party song. It's the Japanese biwas. That's what it was. I could say what types of instruments are used in this piece. It's a bit sketchy though, this thing. What examples it's changed from my song. Forget this. It's dodgy. But you could set up an app to just, you know, do it yourself. This is great. I love the arcsivs. So what do we got? It's a bit big for everybody to actually play with though. 8, 12. Yeah, it's like another 18 gigabytes. It's too much for an audio captioner. Can we get it quantized perhaps? No, not yet. So it's actually, they fine-tuned it based on Qwen 3 8 billion. So could you just reproduce the training on a lower model? Training code is adapted from Tiny Lava to support audio input. Crazy. I love this. Data processing scripts for open datasets will be uploaded recently. I need to start doing that. You know, future past tense. I need to start doing this. This is lovely. Can you quant the model down, Drift? That's what I thought. I was looking at... I can't, but I'm sure City 96 has given us the scripts to do it. I'll drop the MooFun in the thing, you know? Where is it? MooFun ABC. Go back. MooFun Instruct. Yeah, I'll drop this one into the Hugging Face. GitHub Hugging Face. So as you can see, it's going to be right there under Vibe Voice in the Hugging Face section. Alright, so yeah. Well, that was fun. It's always fun diving down the rabbit hole. And that was just the audio. Trending. Who's at the top? Vibe voice is at the top. It's funny because check this out. I wonder if they've put it back yet. It's back, but it's missing loads of code. What? The code's all missing though. Hang on, have they given us an explanation? Here we go. After release, we were discovered instances where the tool was used in ways inconsistent from the stated intent. Since responsible use of AI is one of Microsoft's guiding principles, we have disabled this repo until we're confident that out-of-scope use is no longer possible. As in, you can clone any voice. How are they going to do... So it's never coming back out then. Think about it. Do you know what I mean? So it's never coming back out then, because how do you stop people from putting a file, which is just a voice sample, and then typing words when they have the model on their machine? You can't stop them. It's the most ridiculous thing. Weak knees from Microsoft as they look into over the chasm. They reached the chasm, they saw the depths of it, and they got weak knees and ran away. Yeah. It fell foul of GitHub standards. Well, the thing is, right, think about it. So hypothetical, yeah? You want to clone a voice in one shot. That's what all this technology is. One shot voice cloning. You put a sample of voice in. May it be 6 seconds or a minute, I don't know. But you put a sample of a voice in as a WAV file, okay? Anybody can record a wave of someone talking. It's been around since forever. You know, I think the guy that invented recording audio used to secretly record people in his pocket. Like, and then he'd be like pulling out them saying stuff at awkward times. Yeah. So this whole idea, responsible, like what the guy that invented it did it. And that's why we have it now. Like electricity. Why do we have it? Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that it's not possible to make a voice cloning software that can't voice clone. Think about what they're doing. Think about it. So we're going to make voice cloning software that can't clone voices. That's what they're saying. Responsible use. So you've got the local model on your computer. You have all the code. You put a WAV file in that could be anything you get from any device or computer. Yeah? And then you type words and it says it perfectly. That's what this does. It's perfect one-shot voice synthesis, okay? So tell me, how can you be confident that out-of-scope use is no longer possible? That last line. Disabled until we are confident out-of-scope use is no longer possible. How can you even do that? It's like a contradiction in terms. It's one-shot voice cloning software. If it exists, you can't prevent that. Because that's like saying, we have discovered that people are digging holes in the ground with our shovel technology. We've taken the shovel off sale until we can discover a way of designing a shovel that can't dig holes in the ground. Stupid. Like, its only job is to clone a voice. And you want to be like, like, how do you even do that? What you do is you, like, I'm surprised the model weights are still out, guys. I'm surprised the model weights are still out, because to be honest, you would think, like, if they're this paranoid, you know? Because, like, what were you building? What did they think was going to happen? The first thing that's going to happen is people are going to use it for jokes, and then it's going to get political, and then it's going to be used for insidious stuff within a few hours. Within a few hours. So dumb. It says they missed several approval steps before release on Microsoft. They don't want to be drawn into scams, says Don. I'm inclined to believe you there, Don. But I just think that in principle, it's impossible to make ethical voice cloning when you don't, because you don't have permission. You don't have permission to think about it. You can get a recording of anybody's voice and just put it in and make them type anything. This is the same argument as image to image. I can just get an image of anybody from the internet, put it into an image generation and type something else, and it does, and you get the, you see, it's the same exact thing. It's like, do you want synthetic media or not? Because you can't have synthetic media and then get all you know, precious about, oh, but what if somebody does something illegal? We have laws for that. We have laws for that. Do you know what I mean? What if somebody steals? We have laws for that. So it's all a load of nonsense, in my opinion. I don't think it's really useful. And to be honest, they didn't actually take the weights. Look. So again, if they're so precious about ethics, why are the weights still up? You know, I'm not asking. This is rhetorical. Okay, this is rhetorical. But I'm just saying, if they're so concerned about AI safety and that, why is this repo still public? You can disable it. You can just click the button and disable it at any time. You can hide it if it's such a big deal. So it's clearly not, in my opinion. I think it's just weak knees. That's all. I think it's just weak knees. Yeah, I see it a lot professionally. People will spend a lot of money on developing cutting-edge technology, and then they get like ethical quandaries as they release. The weird one about this is it actually came out, and the thing is that a lot of Comfy UI nodes were relying on the code which they brought out, which is why there's so many copies of it everywhere. Like if you type in Vibe Voice on GitHub, check it out. This is funny. So it's like you try to take it down. The internet doesn't forget, you know. In a way, this could just be a publicity stunt. Wait, am I the only one? Uh-oh. Am I about to get banned from GitHub again? I'm the only one? No. I'm joking, guys. I had a filter on. Don't worry. Whoop. So, Paperwave Vibe Voice 11 days ago. Enemy X Vibe Voice Comfy UI 4 hours ago. That one's got 530 stars. You see what I mean? So let's have a look at the Enemy X one real quick. So this is the sort of thing that we'd be putting into our Comfy UIs. Okay, pretty sick. I'm not going to mess around with mine for a lot of it, because it's like, well, you know, it's got more, you know, you can change all the options. This is much nicer. So we'll be probably looking at this tomorrow in Comfy UI rather than, you know, my little app. It violates the GitHub TOS, so GitHub was either remove the repo or we ban Microsoft. Yeah, exactly. You see how ridiculous it is, though, Dragon. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's ridiculous. The whole thing's a waste. Like, what is the point? What's the point? What are you going to do? Ban Microsoft? Stupid. Microsoft gets banned by GitHub that it owns. Stupid. Okay? That's why I'm pointing at the lunacy, that's all. So I think Vibe Voice was the leading one with more power than the rest. They don't want to be first and take the blame. Yeah, true. I guess they're a subsidiary, right? That makes sense. Or like, you know, contracted or partner, Microsoft partner. Yeah. Anyway, it's super fast, super good quality, loving it. It's just obviously you can just get audio of Stewie and make him say some stupid stuff from Family Guy. You know, you can do all of that. And it's not even like it's expensive or difficult. It used to be you had to hire out Cloud GPU and do a bunch of training. Now it's, again, this is the Stable Diffusion moment for audio, because before you had to either buy a Midjourney or an Imagen. You know, you couldn't just do it yourself on your box and just churn stuff out. Okay, so yeah, get ready for a lot of fake, glitched out, fake voices coming soon to a YouTube near you. Because I mean, you know, you slop, we slop, everybody slop. That's YouTube motto. But yeah, I think I'm going to be using this one. I just wanted to have a look at how he did his installation. So look at this. Torch over 2. Numpy over 1. So there's nothing really tricky here. Okay. And then what about that? Interesting. So accelerate, torch. Face hub diffusers. VV embed, yeah, he did what I did. What a man. He embedded Vibe Voice because it's removed. Yeah. But it's licensed under MIT, so we've done it. We did it. You see, this is why I was saying this whole thing is so stupid, because it's not actually breaking any rules. Do you know what I mean? No changes. This is a preservation copy to ensure continued available of Vibe Voice for Comfy UI community. And that's what annoyed me. You can't bring out an open source thing, let the open source community adapt it into all of the ecosystem, and then pull the code. Because then everything breaks. That's what annoyed me about it. Because imagine if I'd built a big tool and everyone was using it, happy days, and then they pull the code and now no one can install it. Only the people that already have it can use it. It's kind of like a two-tier system, which I just don't like. I think, like, everybody should be able to get access to this stuff, you know? Don Tommaso says, it's going to be interesting how journalists and news will approach that their material is real in this era. There has to be a way to identify realness very soon. Yeah, it's called blockchain. What you do is you have a sign, you have a signature, cryptographic signature. So forget crypto coins and money. You have a blockchain for authenticity, and then video or content which is released by a media organization would be cryptographically signed. And you can look that up on the blockchain and you can prove it came from the person. Why are we making everyone in the world operate a blacklist of everyone in the world when we should be making the people that make official media use a whitelist? Like, we shouldn't have to prove where it came from. They should prove that they're real. Yeah? Do you see what I mean? Like, you don't need everyone in the world to have a number stamped on their forehead. You just need the news organization to have an authenticity system. Like, if I can buy a product off of eBay from China and it comes with a QR code which proves that that item was made at that factory, if that can be done for pennies, how can you not do the same thing with the news? Do you know what I mean? Because then if it doesn't have it, it's fake. Like, I already assume everything is fake, you know? So, like, and also you can see it already, like, in the news, you'll see people reporting on AI fakes like it was real. So it's like they've been fooled and they're reporting it like it's real. And it's just like, guys, you need to actually do some journalism. It's funny. Dragon says, I wonder how many people have put this behind Patreon already. Exactly. See, that's all that happens. Whenever they ban something, it just goes black market. Now, technically, this isn't illegal. So, you know, I don't think you're going to get your account banned or anything like that. And even if you did, I'd actually be like, what are you talking about? Because here's the thing about the real world, right? Let's say on Tuesday I downloaded this repo and I made all of the stuff and released my thing. And then I went away and had my normal life, you know? And a week later, somebody says, "Oh, your account's been banned from GitHub," right? Well, what the hell do I know? I don't spend my entire life glued to the screen, and they assume that everybody does. Like, just because Microsoft takes their thing down, what, you think you're so important? We're going to go and read the message. We're just going to go, "Oh, it's broken," and then look for a mirror, and then when we've got the mirror, we'll use that. And it's been that way forever, you know. Think about YouTube videos that get banned. Instantly mirrors get thrown up. You know, you'll have entire channels being mirrored multiple times because it got banned. So I don't know if maybe this is like a publicity stunt, actually. But regarding authenticity of news, I think it's all fake all the time. And unless you prove you're real, I don't believe you. I know it's kind of like a cynical position to take. But guys, we work in AI. We know it can. I can't tell. If you show me an AI video, I could tell you. I could speculate on how it was made, but I couldn't prove 100% without like getting forensically zooming into the pixels. You know what I mean? Like just casually seeing a video on a phone screen, can't tell. Can't tell. Not a good one anyway. There's a lot of slop out there. But the good stuff you can't tell. And it's being used commercially too. So don't be a fool and think you can tell, because you can't. You know? It wouldn't be used commercially if you could tell. It's just the problem is that there are people out there doing it badly. And they're like, I can't believe Will Smith did bad AI. Like, it's one thing to do AI in your video, but bad AI? Like, people with bad faces and bad fingers? Like, what model were they even using? Anyway. I just find it interesting, you know, the whole thing. It's just find it kind of like, what the hell? But enough of this nonsense. Let's get back to our plan here, because we've got a cool app. I want to get the distribution done. So first things first, let's get to the main repo. Sort this out. See, do you know what I should do? I should just change the name of the repo so it doesn't come up with a search of Vibe Voice. But I'm not hiding though, see? So I'm not going to do that. But I could have called it anything, couldn't I? I could have called it DJZVV. Anyway. Yes, indeed. Well, the issue is that most of the mainstream is not made up of tech-savvy Zoomers. You just look at the population triangle, it's upside down, right? The population pyramid. So, like, most of the people that are tech-aware and keyed in and have the highest chance of detecting fakes, they're actually the smallest group at the bottom of the upside-down pyramid. And the largest group, they're the ones that are most likely to fall for it. So... and it's no insult, it's just that's how it is, you know. I'm sure that when I get old, you know, in 20, 30 years time, I'll be looking at the holograms going, oh my God, it looks real. I bet that'll be me. So maybe that'll be all of us one day in whatever respect. But yeah, let's get into Vibe Voice. So we've got our back end, front end. So I already stamped this as Alpha 2. So whatever changes I make, double check it. Yeah, it's up to date with main. So what I'll do is I'll basically just chuck the new files in here. Let's have a look at this. Do not upload .md. Look at this guy. Right. I'm going to have to figure out a way of just get it out of the way. I need to get things. Yeah. So the annoying thing about this is you can't upload every folder. Now, I used to do silly things like make a copy of it without the extra bits and then copy that in because it's quicker. But after a while I learned you just may as well just do it. So essentially, if we take a look at this first folder here, it's going to be everything. So basically everything, right? It won't upload the .git ignore because it has a dot in front, but I can show you how you can make those, or at least how I do it. There's probably about 20 different ways of doing it. So having a look at that, CUDA dev team handoff is actually going to be going into my docs folder that doesn't exist. Right, fine, I'll leave it in the root then. So DJZVV, see, I could have just called it DJZVV. 0.5.0, that was the multi-speaker stuff, and then there was a V1.0 which was the CUDA stuff, so it's kind of loosely in V1 at the moment. But I really want to get it into a Docker. I want this one to be the cool Docker project that I've been waiting to do. Was a pig to make this thing. It was a pig to make, I'm not gonna lie. It just was being annoying. So here we go, Vibe Voice. Right, now we've got so many new folders now. What's going on? So so back end. Oh, not that. So yeah, back end. everything but the .env, which doesn't have a key in it, so it doesn't really matter. So is it everything in there? Yeah, everything in the back end folder. Alright, let's do it. And then I'll just delete these PYC, the PyCache files. Just delete them before I upload. Just be careful not to delete, you know, one of the files that you do want to upload. Double check it. Looks good to me. And like I said, I'm trying to do this simple. People go, just use the GitHub sync thing. And the thing is that, you know, you can break that, or it can not work, or whatever. I'm not against it. I'm just saying it's like you can just drag and drop stuff. I'm not really drag and drop, but yeah, it's got an interface for this. And I wrote an what is it? I wrote an MCP for Gitty. So I'm not against, you know. I just want to show it's easy. Back up. We've done back end. So data doesn't get done. Front end. Is that everything again? Yeah, everything in front end. Like that. Everything in the models folder? No, not the Vibe Voice egg. But that's okay. Noodles. I'll just like not allow those ones. When it gets to the egg. No, thank you. There we go. The egg. Looks good to me. And then the scripts folder. Good, looks good. Okay, double check the rest. So that should be everything. Okay, that should be everything. I'm just like, I'll be honest, right? There's so many different frameworks and there's so many different structures that I used to be like, oh yeah, I know which one I need to do without looking it up. And I fell into the trap of thinking I knew automatically because I'd done it before. These ones, that one, not these ones. And I quickly learned to just ask him again. Because it might be what I think it is, it might not be what I think it is. And I think it's better safe than sorry when you're building highly complicated apps that you've basically generated out of thin air, guys. So it's like, just because I've worked with TypeScript or JavaScript or React or whatever it is, don't assume that because you've done it before, yeah, it's better I say better safe than sorry, because otherwise what can happen is it'll be that one thing you hadn't seen before that's slightly different from how you normally do it, and that'll spend hours of you trying to find out what the hell went wrong and, yeah, wasting time. When all you needed to do was say, make me a list of the files I shouldn't upload. You know? Because like I said, this one's pretty obvious. You know, you don't upload the data folder, yeah? All of the voices and the outputs, obviously, that's not part of the project. But the stuff that didn't get put in, like, what is it? Here we go. Because there you go. You can pretty much summarize it with this. So not the dist folder, not the build folder, not the pi cache, not the node module. But they might be like, here's an example, right? You got node modules here, so you didn't upload that because you knew. But then when we go into back-end app, no, not that one. When we go into front end, we got more node modules. So there could be multiple places inside folder structure, which actually, you know. So I think I just actually uploaded that, didn't I? I better go and check. I'm going to have to go and delete it now. Oh no, I didn't do it, somehow. Must be a git ignore somewhere. Oh yeah, the git ignore. So, do I have a git ignore? No, I don't. Right, so let's do create new file while in the root. And if we go to our project, we should be able to get the git ignore and just copy it. Because of course it won't let you upload .git. Anything starting with a dot will get ignored when you do the bulk upload, but you can just do it manually. Well, that's how I do it anyway. Maybe there's a better way of doing it. That's the way I do it. Okay. I think they did it to stop you from uploading .envs and things like that with your API keys and whatnot, but I'm sure it's like more than that. But yeah, so we haven't got CUDA running, not CUDA, we haven't got the Docker running just yet. I wonder, is this talking about CUDA yet? Step by step. So clone the repo. Yeah. Install Node.js. Set up the Python backend. Install the Vibe voice model. Configure the backend environment. Edit your env. And start the app. Currently only in dev because it's not, you know what I mean? It's still not finished. But I'd say this is like getting there. I'm going to call it V100. Oh wait, yeah. Everything's updated, isn't it? I think everything's updated. I'm just trying to remember. Hold up. I think it's good. Takes 1 to 2 minutes per generation. I don't know. Depends how many words you ask for. But yeah, what I did was I did an embedded repo. So, you know, the Vibe Voice repo is just in a folder in the app. Oh well. So anyway, it's done. So I'll call it V100 RC1 for release candidate. So V1 RC1. Who knows if it actually becomes the proper one. But what I did want to do was just look at a previous project I have, Deep Pan Fried, just to see if we can't find it. Ah, you nutter. Pan fried recipe, meat, pan fried beef. What? Stupid. Come on. It's the filter. I needed to have that one. Pan fried. Lost Tales, Steve Fontaine, Friedrich, that's not, do you know what, you are useless. I've just got to do it myself. No, we got it. Drives me mental. So, do I have the prompts in here, or do I have to actually, it'll be in the readme. Get ready for the video Panner 3000. So this was a project to see how much we could take the mick out of adding unnecessary CUDA acceleration, but it ended up being like a checklist of things you can potentially do to increase the speed of whatever you're doing, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say it's not gonna work. Wait, here we go. Right. Video Panner 3000. I'm just gonna put these into a thing. So, where is it? Pan fried part 1. So, okay, so we've got that, and then. Smart memory management, broadcasting techniques. Oh, and vectorization. Our new approach and leverages NumPys because we're using NumPy. Okay, so let's go to that to there. That'll be part 2. Pan fried part 2. So vectorized C. What else could we do? Vectorized approach eliminates loops, minimizes conditional branching, and leverages the optimization. Here we go. Zero copy data path between FFmpeg and Koopy OpenCV and direct audio stream. Here we go. We might be able to use some of this. I don't know if we're even using FFmpeg. Are we? I'll have to ask. Are we using FFmpeg? Pan friend. Pan friends. That's like a whole new book. Okay. So, you know, just to sort of the only way is nodes, guys. The only way is nodes. Just make your own nodes, make your own comfy, make your own everything. See, the thing is, we could put in like crazy APIs and stuff and have all kinds of AI generation, but this is just Canvas Notepad for organizing thoughts and whatnot. But it's 100%. This is the online version, but you can get a downloadable version to run locally. Anyway, what I want to add next is a little button so you can copy the contents of each thing quickly, so it becomes like a super cool relationship-based multi-page. It's kind of crazy, but who cares? Let's get it done. Get this finished. So what else was there? I know we did more than that. Multi-threaded pipeline. So there's an in-out pipeline. Frame buffering, smart detection. See, that's where it all broke as well. Installing CUDA. Okay. Oh, Koopy primary. Open CV CUDA falls back. I don't think we're doing Open CV though. But Koopy is the accelerated NumPy. So we could 100% do that. All right. Enough research. Let's just go straight in. Where's the thing? Right. I think what I'll do is make a document myself. itself. So we call it CUDA Advanced Dev Team Handoff .md. Alright, I needed to make these bigger, didn't I? I know it just ended up being only 3, but I don't know how many I was going to do. Seems a little small. Is that really all that was there? What? UI pops out of the frame, doesn't it? I suppose it's better than not being able to see it. There we go, that's better. I knew it was cutting it off. Extra long. Okay, so these are ideas. These aren't really, yeah. You can use the file there. Alright, cool. So let's go plan. Here are some ideas to explore while we evaluate the possibility of improving the speed of the inference further. Alright, cool. So it's going to be what? Vectorized operations replaces loops with high-performance NumPy arrays. Pre-computed lookup tables stores common calculations for faster access. Smart memory management reuses arrays and minimizes allocation for better performance. Broadcasting techniques eliminates per-channel loops for faster processing. Technical deep dive vectorization magic. We can take that away. We can, well, actually leave it. I'll just take away the deep dive part. Our new vectorized approach, what I talk about, leverages NumPy's high optimized C implementation for massive performance gains, and then latest version now integrates directly with C API, FFmpeg C API, hardware accelerated thing, zero copy between FFmpeg and QP or OpenCV, and then direct audio stream copy. Okay, so we put all that together and say, do I still have my thing running? Probably. Let's try it out. So it'll be testing, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's working. Okay, cool. Oh no, don't do that. Just deleted the whole thing. Worse than one of my vibe coded apps. Right. So I'm going to say we can write up document.md, which will be updated to include the full plans required with instructions and code examples, so my external development team can implement all of the potentially approved speed improvements. Potentially approved speed improvements. Guff. Okay. We can write up and then I'll just change copy. Oh wait, it's got a name. It's got a name. At CUDA. At CUDA dev team handoff. No, I can't see. Stupid things. Potentially approved speed improvements. I love it. All right, let's go. Save it. Look at that. Beautiful. So yeah, like I said, these are like things I identified for images. I don't know how much of it will apply to audio, so he's probably going to slap me down for even asking. You know, a couple of these things won't apply, but if even one or two of them are good. So I need to examine the CUDA. That's funny. Fixes the CUDA, immediately breaks the CUDA. That's what it's about. Meanwhile, I have tracks to name. So while he's doing that, I'm going to do this. Which one's this then? Imperial. Oh, are we back? We're back in the room. So let's see. What do we got? I've analysed the current CUDA. I'm impressed. Oh, you wrote it, so you should be impressed. Device management, mixed precision, flash attention, torch compile. Now I can design advanced optimization strategy that builds on that. CUDA manager, detection and memory optimization. Yeah. All right. So, what's he going to do? Vectorized audio operations. Replace CPU-bound audio processing with GPU-accelerated CuPy-based audio pre-processing. GPU-based spectral transforms with cuFFT. I never even heard of CUDA Fourier. That's crazy. Vectorized voice feature extraction, pre-computed lookup tables for common. If this breaks everything and it's like really fast, I'll laugh as well. FFmpeg hardware acceleration integration, direct C API with zero copy audio processing. It's even going to do the threads. Zero copy memory transfers. Is it using it? It must be using FFmpeg. I didn't even check if it was actually using FFmpeg. Hardware accelerated resampling and format conversion. Smart memory management. Pre-allocated tensor pools. My God. It can't. Honestly, if we finish this and it still works, there is nothing you can do to make it faster except, you know, add more GPU. Streaming inference with ring buffers. Voice embedding cache with LRU eviction. I love it. That's great. LRU eviction. Get ready for your LRU eviction, guys. Multi-voice batch inference. Oh my God. It tries to generate the entire podcast in one shot, like, you know, in parallel. This is funny. Broadcast-based speaker assignment. Parallel voice feature extraction. Hang on, he's still going. Custom CUDA kernels, guys. We're going to get TensorRT integration. Oh no, he's going to try and quantize the model. We're in trouble now. That's when it gets out of hand, when he starts trying to quantize things. Like, God, calm down. Claude just turns around. He's got like muck on his face. He goes, atoms! Atoms! Oh dear. Okay, so complete code examples, blah, blah, blah. 2 to 5 times acceleration on top of CUDA. Now that's fast. Focusing on audio processing pipelines that traditional ML optimize, because they don't know, because they don't do audio. Why would they know? Or they do development at a level that they don't use any of that stuff. Dragon Diffusion has just dropped a comment in the chat. Right, there is a game changer on Hugging Face. It is the Quen 30B variant Unsloth has a 1 million context window. I'm just getting it now. Hey, don't worry, man. It's not an interruption. You know, chances are we already linked it. But if we didn't, please do. Like, I can't catch everything every time. God knows we all try. But there it is. But yeah, I do remember looking something like that up. but I haven't downloaded any unsloths for a while because I'm kind of like wearing a different hat. At the moment, I'm wearing the making random AI tools hat, you know, so I'm not in the LLM. I'm not in the LLM department quite as much at the moment, you know. When you start getting into uncensored LLMs, it's like, it's one thing getting the LLM, and then it's another thing getting the quants. But getting quants of uncensored, unsloth, obliterated variants, that's the real niche. And I know that's where the cutting edge is. I'm just saying I haven't had the time for a couple of weeks to go and look at that. I think we did like a quick rundown maybe a week or two ago on Laptop League. Yeah? So the Laptop League is actually the most interesting part of all the LLM stuff right now, because I can remember a few months ago it wasn't even possible, and I was saying, hey guys, any minute now we're going to have local models that can do all of this stuff. And yeah, exactly. A massive coder model with a 1 million context window that just runs on your computer. That's basically what I was talking about. No, we didn't know who was going to make it, but it was inevitable, wasn't it? Like, there's some things which are foregone conclusions. They're going to get smarter. They're going to be easier to run. They're going to be more capable, you know. These are all good things. But I don't think you're going to be cancelling your GPT subscription anytime soon, because the fact is that even though what we're getting now is almost as good as the paid stuff 18 months ago, or maybe even a year ago, the paid stuff still has unique selling points that go beyond just context window, and you know. Can you do the same with Rock M? It's absolutely not, because running AMD hardware. Interesting. I think there is a way to do it, but I'm not familiar, because I must admit I'm an NVIDIA person. I've always grabbed NVIDIA. I used to be Intel NVIDIA like hard, and I slowly was like, actually it doesn't matter. You know, the main boards are actually pretty good. It's laptops that you want to be judgmental about, you know. Yeah, they make them cheaper and cheaper all the time. I want a cast iron laptop, something with weight. It's got to be chunky, something you can swing. Model has been optimized for Klein. Ooh, Dragon. Yeah, now you're talking our language. Because that's all we use. Klein's the man. Big Klein coming through. I do like Claude Code. I do like Gemini Code. I even like Quen Code, or whatever it was called, right? They're all good. Yeah, they're all good. But there's nothing like you get a lot of freedom in VS Code. Like, maybe I just want to write like how to cook cupcakes. You could use this with AI. Do you know what I mean? It's like very all-terrain. I'd say that's what it is. It's all-terrain. But here's the thing. Once I finish the project in here, I'll usually extract and distill into a new plan to build 100% React Web only, and then I'll go to like Lovable. They're pretty good. There's a whole bunch of them. Hypership is another one I really liked. Hypership has more of a VS Code style interface, if that's what you like. But in the cloud, so you can take your instance with you. You don't have to be like, oh, which machine is that on? Which is kind of nice. I like Lovable because they can allow you to deploy straight to website with a bunch of database like Supabase features, which is like it makes, because it's one thing building code, it's another thing developing and deploying for web. And I think that what Lovable does is it puts the two together without you needing to do any of this. But if you take one of my plans, like the ones I've made, and put it in, it'll just go ahead and make a new app that has all the same features. It's holographic coding or holographic software as I imagined it. It's just nobody calls it that. Nobody calls it that. It doesn't even have a name. I call it holographic coding because you can get a projection of a thing and then make it real, right? Or you can treat it as though it's real, right? From a projection. So the software isn't real, you know what I mean? You just projected it with AI. Whatever the shape of that code is, that's what it makes when you put it. It's more like a hologram, because if you turn the LLM off, the software's gone. Do you know what I mean? But that's early on. That's how it was. Now it writes the code. So what you're really doing is you make the hologram in latent space of the code, right? Yeah, hollow file system with ACE. Exactly. You remember, Fernie. So you would give the AI the task, and then when it's thinking, your software is like a shape in its head. So in latent space, there's a hologram of code. So it's holographic code. It doesn't exist yet, but you can run it and it works. That's what we found, right? And so what the modern IDE does is it takes the holographic code in latent space and writes it to a file on your hard drive, and guess what? Now it runs. You see what I mean? So it's like this whole thing came from the concept of, oh, did you know he's got the whole app in his head? You can just tell him to write it out and he will, and it runs. Yeah? So it's like, this was a big deal back then. And now it's just common. Everybody knows, oh yeah, AI can write code. But how does it do it? It does it by imagining the shape of the code, and then you get it to dump that to an actual file. Because what we did with HoloFS was we simulated the file system, and we found that you don't even need to give it a hard drive. He'll run the code in the latent space and give you, the software will work. But obviously we're human, we want to have a UI and stuff. So you have to kind of bring it into the materia and bake the software to run programmatically with HTML or Python or something like this. How are we doing? He's gotten stuck. Where'd you get stuck, boss? CUDA Advanced Dev Team Handoff. Let me complete the guide. He seems to have gotten stuck. He's written a lot. He got down to implementation and got stuck. Right, plan. I'll just say act, proceed. What on earth is going on? Cancel. What on earth are you doing, mate? It's gotten stuck, mate. Cancel. Right, do you know what? I got a better idea. Restart. Okay. Right. Resume. I wonder why he got stuck. Look, he got stuck. And the file's gone. A little bit worrying. Advanced. CUDA Advanced. Here we go. He's finishing it. Good. I need that. That was the important bit. Vectorized audio processing, FFmpeg integration, custom CUDA kernel, streaming pipeline, TensorRT integration, performance benchmarking. Let's go. God damn. Memory management. Yeah. Because the thing is, it was already freaking 20 times faster. Yeah? It was already 20 times faster when you added CUDA acceleration. But this can add another 3 to 10 times on top of that. So that's like 60 to 200 times faster. Yeah. If it works. It might just be a total pan-fried mess. But this is the fun of the job, This is the fun. Because the thing is, I found that this process, that prompt, can speed up most AI apps, 3 to 10x. Even if they're already CUDA accelerated, right? But they do require a couple of things to be on your system, such as CUDA tools, CUDA dev tools, so the SDK, and TensorRT. So if you don't have those two things, you can't really take advantage of the full power of your graphics card. if you're willing to install those two prerequisites, a lot of this stuff, what's it, 2 to 5 times? It's being more conservative now. Vectorized audio, accelerated hardware in-out, and accelerated inference pipelines. So in other words, what you would do once it's not a little dev project anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of the time you might notice full production, and you'll notice that he's going to just turn it into a Docker immediately. Well, that's because in production, generally, that's what they want. They want a Docker. They just want a Docker. Did you make the Docker yet? Have you finished the Docker yet? So, what we're going to do is we're probably going to build a Docker for this one. And then you can just load it up in a run pod, hopefully. We'll see. It's all fun, because I've never bothered doing it and publishing it, if you know what I mean. I don't publish Dockers. Usually they're like super private. They're never going to get published, because the company is like paid a lot of money for it, and they want to make a lot of money with it, so they're not going to. So I've never even got into it. Okay. So let's have a look at this. Vectorized audio processor, FFmpeg accelerator, tensor pool manager, and custom kernel manager. So we're going to be CuPy based vectorized audio with custom CUDA kernels. We're going to use NVENC, NDEC, and Intel QSV. We're going to use advanced memory management with tensor pools and adaptive strat. I love it. Custom CUDA kernels for voice conditioning. Now the Tensor RT stuff I might fall over on, because I don't even think I've got it installed on the system yet myself. The zero copy stuff is going to make a big deal. So yeah, we're trying to target audio in-out bottlenecks. So it's kind of interesting, because it might be that none of this even matters. But it's time, so we can execute the plan defined inside at CUDA advanced dev team handoff ... There it is. So I'm going to leave that one cooking. I'll occasionally log in and find out what's wrong with it, and hopefully tomorrow it'll be finished. You might just see a source code update appear tonight. It depends if it does it quickly or not. I can't promise much. What's this? Look at it. Can't even read anything right now. That's never good. Well, we're going to let him do his thing. Let's see if I missed anything. Dragon is saying that Zeus Olam will run on ROCm, and this model will run, or you can import a smaller quant from Hugging Face if you need a smaller version. So there you go. That's pretty cool. So it extends something is extending context length from 256K to 1 million. Fernicar regards the mimetic systems. Yes, we're getting back to it, aren't we? It's the same thing. Mimetic systems. Systems involving memory, and so on. Might have to check out that Johnny Mnemonic movie, the Matrix movie that wasn't. Might have to check that out again tonight. It's agent coding supporting most platforms such as Quencode Klein, specially designed function call format. Wow. I hope you link these weights in the Discord, because I'm going to have to download that. Zeus says, I still have an HP ProBook from 2010, closer to transportable than a laptop, and can be used as a striking plate. Yes. Or a vegetable chopping board. Yeah, if you could link that new model on that you've been talking to, the Quen 30 billion Unsloth with the Klein custom, I would be greatly appreciated on that. Oh, hang on. Let's just quickly look at this. It's got a question. So phase 1, vectorized audio. Phase 2, FFmpeg hardware acceleration. Phase 3, advanced memory management. Phase 4, advanced inference. No doubt will break everything. And then a bunch of nonsense. He says 30-minute implementation, 2 times speed up, 30 times reduction, 2 to 8 hours for the vectorized audio, which will be 3 to 8 times additional speed up. Yeah, now that's worth it. Maximum return on investment. That's what I like to see. It's so silly. So option A, full implementation. Implement all phases. 2 weeks, guys. So yeah, I'll see you in October. Option B, high impact, which is focus on phase 1, 3. Okay, so wait, 1 to 3. So what did it miss? It missed advanced inference. So custom CUDA kernels and Tensor RT. Right, that's not a bad idea though. Start with tensor pools for immediate 2x speed up, then add vectorized audio processing for major gains. Guys, I can't. This is like being a kid in a candy shop. You can't give me decisions like this. He's literally just given me, you know, what is it? This is the triangle. We got fast, yeah? Yeah, we got fast, we got slow. I guess this one's expensive, you know? 80% of the performance gains. So in other words, you can't do this to me. I hate these are the worst decisions. So he's saying, do everything. Just do the easy bit. Well, not the easy bit. Just do the most important bit. Yeah? And then just do the easy bit. Okay. Just do the easy bit, then add that bit. So C, then B, or just rock through A like a madman. What's your timeline? Well, time isn't a factor here, actually, because he works so fast. I'm not bothered about speed. I want you to take longer, actually, because he goes too fast. So I'm going to say 1, comprehensive implementation. 2, what's your technical comfort level? Huh? We will hand this. No, wait, we're already in executing the plan. I can't use that trick. Yes. 3, do you have a specific hardware? NVIDIA 4090, 24 GB. He knows that. 4, production versus development focus. Development focus. Because obviously we're going to be putting a bunch of experimental, you know, go faster juice inside. All right, I think that's it. Yes. It's the best answer. If someone asks you something like that, just say yes. How technical are you? It's like asking a comedian, where do you get all your good ideas from? Where do you get all those good jokes? So week 1, week 2, week 3, and then who cares about benchmarking? This is actually that's distribution right there. See, he's still running on old ways, the old ways. We don't do this. We just push it out here, and a little development joke. So we've got advanced features. Tensor Core 4090 spec. Ooh, 8th gen NVEC light. Ooh, vectorized operator. Oh, look at that. You've got to be joking. Terabyte. We've got terabit vectorized. What? I didn't know it can do terabit operations. It's nuts. Okay. Start with tensor cores. Vectorized audio in 3 days. So you add all of this up, you know, and I won't see you for a week, guys. And hopefully, in the end, we get a Docker file. But I will put the source code up so you can just build it like it is now, you know. So let's just have a little reminder of what this thing can do before we disappear, because it's been a while. So this is obviously the actual UI itself. We've got single speaker, multi-speaker. I'm going to focus on single speaker, but there is a multi-speaker mode there. It's shut down. Typical. It's gone. The audio is up in the inside lines. If you want to check out what the actual quality is, you know what I sound like. And that one's me. This one is a different sample voice.
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace.
Wait.
Entrepreneurs of this neighbor-stained steel. Were they not here?
Rebellious subjects, enemies to peace.
It's pretty good. It's a line from Shakespeare. Anyway, that is where we jump off the bus. So thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. It's 10 to 11. I hope you have a good weekend. Going to take a break tomorrow, so there won't be a show tomorrow night, but there will be an early show on Sunday. So watch out for the pings in Discord. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you all on Sunday. Thanks for watching, guys.